for our second experiment, I did some thinking on this. Wanted to do an easy peasy book machine that Claude created itself. I think we should start with the OG easy peasy book machine, which I take to be the very first prompt that Elizabeth used to create it. So under experiment 2, you have a link here on how to create custom skills, and I'll show that this was the actual conversation that I had. But just to do a quick walkthrough of the navigation to create skills, let me do that real quick. Just in case you didn't watch the first video, you would go to Claude, Settings, and scroll down to Capabilities. And we have a bunch of stuff. Memory is on. So skills is where we're going to activate what we need. And here, it's called the skill creator.
So fortunately, they gave Claude documentation on how to create its own skills.
I found that Claude is a little lazy even when it comes to creating its own skills. So I had to prompt it. I did a couple sessions. If you are interested in MCPs, it also has its own MCP builder skill, which I have not tried yet. So the skill creator, you just toggle that on. I'm going to toggle off theme factory because we're just going to focus on generating an easy peasy book machine skill. So let's go back to chats. We'll use our project easy peasy book machine. And let's load. I already did it here, but I want to just show the first steps. All right, so the prompt is Elizabeth's prompt, and I'm including instructions. We will be working on creating an automatic book machine. The skill to use is skill dash. Because I want to do that in the prompt as confirmation to any other tools you have available to create and test a robust AI assisted machine. Okay, so just created the prompt, and then if you wanted to compare, I found that it was basically similar. Let's see. I feel like Elizabeth made the easy peasy book machine from maybe ChatGPT 4. Let's see, automatic book machine prompt. So it did give it a persona. You're an automatic book machine designed to autonomously generate complete novels. You will execute a structured multi-phase workflow to create a full book from premise to final draft. Okay, all outputs must use square bracket tags for organization. Phase 1, story DNA. Generate a compelling premise, 2 to 3 sentences. Define unique hook or twist. Character creation. It's got a little character profile here, so that's a good starter. Story outline. Create a chapter by chapter outline with a minimum of 10 chapters. Phase 2 is the chapter production loop. 2.1 is the pre-writing plan. It does segment this more a bit, and it gives it a target word count, which is interesting. Draft generation. Okay. So it goes through the loops. It gives itself a little algorithm here. If X is less than 10, return to step 2.1 for chapter X plus 1. If X equals the final chapter, proceed to phase 3. Phase 3, manual completion. Continuity review. I think a lot of people cut this part off. It's not necessary for me to complete the whole book in one sitting. Operational rules. Did it do that before? Yes, it did. So it is doing a little bit differently than when this was first generated. It is giving it a more segmented structure. Always use tagged sections, sequential execution, no skipping, edit mode is mandatory, maintain continuity, adult characters only. Chapters should feel complete and publishable. Okay. So it did not turn that into an actual skills file. So that's kind of where I was like, we need to step up and give a little bit of feedback. So I'm going to ask specifically, do you have access to skill creator guide that provides instructions for building Claude skills? It's located at, okay. All right, let's see. So it didn't automatically do that, which is fine. Verifying access. I do have access. Let me read through it now to help us build a proper skill for your automatic machine. I'm just comparing this new response to my response from yesterday. So it did give me a skill before. So just to compare, this skill, it is following the correct format. There's a YAML header in here, which is just very basic, but it does tell Claude what to use this for. General purpose stuff, it gives it a workflow. So it's just the same stuff that it already said, but it just puts it into this skill file, which I guess makes it more compliant. Begin with premise development immediately upon activation. Okay, we told it to use the skill, and now it's making the full zip file, and it's validating the zip file, but I'm going to validate it. I'll download it and validate it again. So what I didn't like about this original version is that it just gave me a markdown file, and I wanted to push what it's able to do. So I called it out. I noticed you did not use the decisions tree, scripting, variables from the user, or additional files in a subdirectory. The only file in the skill zip was the markdown file. Is nothing else needed? So I gave it a little drama in yesterday's. And then let's see what it. Okay, so the skill it gives you is in a .skill format, but it's actually a zip file. So you can just change the extension and open it and see what it gave you. So the directory here, yeah, it did the same thing where it just gave me a markdown file, which is fine. That might be enough. Like you don't have to do any complex coding or anything like that. But this doesn't have, for me, like I'd want to be able to give it more things like character profile templates and stuff like that, which you would want it to use selectively. So that's where this question here comes in. So let me paste that in next. And it's like no coding on our part. Okay, so it says you're absolutely right. I under-designed this skill. Looking at the skill creator guidance, I should have included a decision tree to guide Claude through choices, genre specific, story structure selection, when to extend beyond 10 chapters, how to handle user parameters. I should have included reference files, the genre specific writer conventions, story structure template. So it's like a book machine. Here, it's saying it can create a script for word count validation, which we already know. It can also create a continuity checker as script, tag validation, because we require that it have square brackets, quality gate enforcement. I'm not even sure what script it would write for that, but I'm very interested. User variables, genre, target word count, number of chapters, POV, preference. So down here, if you scroll down the last section, it's actually where I started. There's a Pommel version. Pommel is fun, but I don't know if you need it because with this, it's generating like part of the fun of Pommel is that it's that same thing. Like the prompt is so structured that it will course correct if it's wrong. It will spend half an hour or more fulfilling the brief. So it's like it's building them. I love that it did a decision tree. That just hits me in the right place.
Oh, okay.
I mean, this is also where it starts to look like your first draft, and you could either create a separate skill or integrate it into the reference files for this one in the decision tree where it could ask, does the user want YFD format or this bracketed square brackets format or whatever. I was like, we'll do this in 5 minutes, no problem. But it's being more detailed than yesterday. A decision tree and some scripting in here to evaluate whether, like, people have been talking before of like doing your reveals too soon, like creating a custom chapter dossier after each chapter generation or something like that. So you guys, this is all the files. So I'm going to download them all. And I'm just going to do some trust. It's a trust fall. Okay. Okay, I'm going to call this evolution. No, I'll call it EPBM evolution. I can't this. And then, okay, so then we're getting to the part where we can test it. And then we'll leave off with just generating a chapter one. Okay, so there is EPBM evolution.zip. So it gave us more files than what you need. Let's see. Okay, so here's the expanded folder. Hey. Okay, so there's the prompt. There's the usage. There's the complete package summary. So this is great. So I guess it's assuming that you're not even going to open the skill file, but let's open it. I'm going to change the extension to zip. So I want to see what it gave us as a directory. Okay. So let's see. It gave us the skill. Okay, with our decision tree, just as before. It gave us references. So this is the part you would modify if it wasn't giving you output you wanted. So dialogue best practices, dialogue tags, subtext. Oh, that's interesting. What is subtext? All right. Okay. Voice differentiation. Let's see. Story structures. It's going with the classic 3-act. It has other examples. Hero's Journey, Joseph Campbell, Save the Cat, Blake Snyder. 7-point story structure. 5-act structure. Who was a fan of Kisho Tenketsu? Her as a structure. Kisho Tenketsu. It's cool. How educational for me. Claude's been using this word a lot, patterns, in case you guys are looking for the latest buzzword. Asking it to identify patterns. Let's look at what it gave us for scripts. So it gave us, this is the word counter, and it gave us a bit of header commenting, which is nice. Okay, so it is, let's see what the steps are. Count the words in the text, extract tagged sections. It's looking for a specific pattern. Oh, because it's not count. There are some things it's excluding. Then, oh, it's excluding, I guess, what is in those bracketed texts. This is more complex than what I had as a word counter in my last experiment. So it's customized to this specific Easy Peasy Book Machine usage. That's cool. Dang, this thing is smart. Continuity check. And what we also haven't tried is actually loading this into ChatGPT. So it is a file. It doesn't have to be .skill. These are just scripts and reference files. Okay, so all right. So we went into Claude settings. We went into capabilities. Let me turn on experimental automatically disabled files feature. It won't let you have files, code execution, and file creation at the same time as the experiment.
Yeah.
I think this one is more advanced, so we'll go with the more advanced because that's us. Okay, so I'm gonna upload a skill. I don't think it matters whether you have the zip file or a .skill file. Oh, hey man, let me do it. Turn on code execution. Okay. Oh, that's a requirement. I didn't know that. Okay. So it doesn't like having experimental on. Fine. We'll upload the skill file requirements, a zip file that contains exactly one skill MD file, right? That's what we did. Let's see, it was here in Easy Peasy Book Machine and this zip file. Oh, replace automatic book machine skill. Yes. It's my one from yesterday. Which I think the one I did yesterday was not even this complex. So, okay, so this is the name of the skill. Yay, it's testing time. Okay, so we will be working on creating a novel. Your skills tool is automatic book machine, and you may use any other tools at your disposal to enhance the novel writing process. Oh, Bill said you're getting an error. Let's not. Oh, the skill. Oh, yeah. It was telling me that before. Let's see. Okay. Your skills tool is automatic book machine. You may use any other tools at your disposal to enhance the novel writing process. Let me give it the access to your project files as new. All right. Actually, since we had script, this is something I saw. I don't remember where, but so we added some instructions, but let's also add the scripts. Okay. And also add the scripts. I don't know if that gives it easier access or not, but I saw a recommendation to do that. And then let me just check what it had as reference here. Story structures, thriller. Okay. So it had preloaded thriller subgenres, tension building techniques, man. All right, what was the other genre? I guess it's sticking with thriller, psychological thriller, action thriller, mystery thriller, or conspiracy thriller. All right, and then we make sure web search is on. I'm not going to turn on research because we'll be here for days. All right. Okay. let me see. Please confirm that you have access to the easy peasy book machine. I think that's, or was it called automatic book machine? I guess my path listing was wrong. They've indicated the path, but that seems incorrect. Oh, here it has the location listed differently. Okay, fine. Okay, what did I do? Oh, skills user. Oh, automatic is for its built-in skills. Okay, I gotcha. I stand corrected. Okay, ready to generate a novel whenever you'd like to start. Need parameters or have a project in mind. Okay. I'd like you to tell me what's hot in the ink market right now. Book market right now. Then we can strategize. Then formulate a strategy that aligns with your skills and creating a mid-list novel for today's reader. Okay. Ebook market analysis and mid-list strategy, top earning genres, book talk dominance, mid-list author benchmarks, success factors, strategic recommendation for romantic thriller, market positioning, dual revenue streams, book talk appeal, genre fusion trends, series potential natural framework for backlist, target reader, women 25 to 45, romance, core plus crossover thriller, willing to pay $3.99 to $4.99 for quality. Pitch me 3 engaging story ideas for, yeah. Your recommendation is Blood and Ink. Why? Visual aesthetic, dual mystery, built-in intimacy, strong hook. Okay, let's go with your recommendation. Follow all of your steps through the creation of chapter 1. Contact me when you need input. Save all files that generate and done. Go. Easy Peasy Book Machine. Orchestrating. Why? It wrote the whole thing. Oh my god. I did not see the concerns part. Oh, because it's recommending medium high heat. Romantic thriller, 75,000 words, 15 chapters, dual POV. Nadia Resnick, Julie. Okay.